What's up, guys? It is first period on Tuesday, and let me show you what we got here. So I'm going to post a new thing in a minute, but more important, we got this project. You had your idea, you had your slideshow, and then the last step is to make a video. And I haven't had any of those, as you can see, turned in, but we have time to work on them now. If you're in the room, you can go out in the hall or whatever if you want. And the idea is you're going to take your slideshow and go through it and talk over it, just like if you were in person saying, hey, here's what's on the board and let me tell you about it. You don't like literally read the words as if it's a script. You can add stuff or point out things or whatever. This is not a public speaking grade. This is just, like I said, aim for 2 minutes. If it's anywhere from 1 to 3, it's fine. If it's a little under 1, it still might be okay. But if it's longer than 3, then we probably want to make a condensed version. I know I'm trying to keep this current video under 3. So that's your thing. But if you're done with that, I'm going to post another story. So this story is really cool. I have used it in a couple different classes, but here's the deal. This story is called Replacements by Lisa Tuttle. It's from 1992, and it's about a guy. He's walking down the street, and he sees this weird creature, and as we go, a couple pages later, you see there are several of these creatures throughout the city, and they start changing the way people live. It might feel like a little Twilight Zone-ish, but aside from just a really cool plot, my question for you guys and what's going to be the next assignment. Okay, so this is like, hey guys, work on the project, but if you're done, if you want to look ahead, read this, and then the very next class, I will introduce a new thing and it'll use this. So if you want to be ready, you can read the story. And the question is, what kind of genre is it? Is this sci-fi? Is it fantasy? It's got strange creatures. It could be described as fantasy, but there's no magic, and it's in the modern day, and you might be able to fit this into sci-fi, especially if you think of it like a Twilight Zone or something like I said. Or it's kind of scary. Maybe you say it's horror. Or if you're in the right mood, it might be kind of funny, and you might say, well, it's a comedy in a sort of Men in Black kind of way with a little bit of, danger in it. So that would be the question, and that's going to be the next assignment, is trying to figure out how do we define these genres, or maybe we shouldn't, and maybe we should just be kind of loose with it. But the question is going to be, how can you tell, or how can you make a judgment on, is this sci-fi, is this fantasy? Are those distinctions really useful? If you're working on the project, do that first. Don't drop everything and be overwhelmed with multiple assignments. But if you get it, and if you get ready, take a minute and read the story. It is a bit longer than the ones we've had, but not too crazy. And like I said, I do think it's a really fun story, so I hope you'll be interested. And that's going to be, I just failed in my goal of keeping this under 3 minutes, but I'll keep it under 4. See you next time.